happened often. The company gave the family 3 days to move out. So they could bring another family in there. Each week, the miner would go to the company store and withdraw what's called script. It's like a debit card is today. They'd go in and say, I need $20 worth of script to do me for the week or whatever. If they spent more than that, they would deduct that from their check. They never got ahead. All they did was get black lung and silicosis. That car over here's got rock on top of it, that white stuff. If that car was brought out back then, they would deduct that rock from their pay. They had to separate that rock by hand. Today, we have cleaning plants and Tipples that does all that for you. Back then, they had to do it themselves. Now, I talk fast because I try to give y'all all the information I can in the short time we got to do it.
Why was this mine closed down?
No more, couldn't mine anymore.
Oh, it's trying out coal.
It ran out of coal. Now, on that last stop, people ask me, why did they shut it down? Look at all this coal. I'll explain that to you on that last stop. I've got an LED light on my cap. They didn't have LED lights back then. They started out with a teapot and a can of kerosene. They poured the kerosene into that teapot and they'd ignite it. It'd be an open flame. In case they hit a pocket of methane gas, there's going to be an explosion. It only lasted for about 3 hours and they'd have to relight it. Now I'm going to try to put on a show for y'all. This carbide light had a rough day today, believe me. Y'all bear with me because I want to give y'all your money's worth, right? All right. This is a carbide lamp. This is carbide, this is water. When you mix carbide with water, it turns into acetylene gas. Anybody ever welded? See that gas forming right there? It's been burning down there too. Burns my fingers, but I keep on doing the tour, y'all working. All right, looks like there's nothing down there. This thing's it's been lit a lot today. We had about 400 and some people come through here today. All right, now, no one's scared of the dark, right? Can you imagine having a work area like this? And that's all the lights you had? Each one of the coal miners had to carry a can of carbide with her. They had to buy the can and the carbide at the company store. And they had to relight it. This last 3.5, 4 hours, if it goes out, somebody come along and help them, they relight it, they go another 3.5, 4 hours. If it hadn't hit a pocket of methane, man, there's going to be a pop or an explosion. All right. Now I want to show y'all how dark it is underground when there's no light at all. I was by myself one time and my light went out. Oh, no. It only happened to me one time in all those years. My light went out. They had an idea where I was at. I had to wait till they came and found me. It took them about 35, 40 minutes. Now I had one thing to worry about during that time before they found me. What do y'all think was my biggest concern of all?
Hypothermia.
What? Oxygen? No.
Hypothermia.
No.
Dinner?
No, I got a little hungry though. I really got hungry. No, wait a minute, quote it. Now wait just a minute. I never did this. Alright? When I went underground, it was bad, but it wasn't this bad. Come on now. I wasn't working back then. I'd be about 500 years old. Alright. My biggest worry was? No, but we're going to talk about that on the last part too. I had to worry about a rat crawling on me. Oh. Come on now, that's why y'all came today. Y'all want to hear about the rats. I'm going to tell y'all all about the rats over here on the other side, okay?
Okay, that's better. And with that's better.
You think I worked back? You think I drove a mule? Y'all from New York or Washington?
From Georgia.
That's all right. I understand what you meant. I hope. All right. I got to talk fast because I like to give y'all all I can. Methane rises to the top. This is called a flame safety lamp. We don't use them anymore. Back in around 1990, they outlawed them because of that flame. We could put this 1 foot from the roof, and if a blue flame came on top of there, that means you're in methane gas. It started to get elongated, you're in methane gas. You gotta do something about it. They didn't have any way to check for methane back then. We also use this in what we call the old work areas. There may be a coal mines, you might have 1,000 people working in that coal mines, but there's gonna be areas of that mine that nobody ever goes to anymore. That's called the old works. Somebody certified has to go in those areas and do checks. We used to use this. You go walking up through here, if that flame starts to go out or goes out, you don't have enough oxygen ahead of you to survive. It's happened to me before. I'd be walking along, that flame get real dim. I back up, and it goes back up again. They quit using them because of that open flame. Today I say we, I've been retired 9 years. They need a tour guide, so here I am, right? Today we use these spotters, they call it. All you do is push a button. It'll give you a methane reading, a carbon monoxide reading, and an air reading, all with just the push of a button. I got my little buddy here with me today. What does that look like?
Mary.